Alright, this is Rafael Lovato Jr. I'm here with my good friend, #1 training partner, one of the best jiu-jitsu fighters ever, Xande Ribeiro. We're here in Oklahoma City and here in my academy, and we're going to go through some techniques with you guys, give you guys some stuff to work on. What are we going to work on today, Xande?
Well, first of all, hello to everybody. We're here in Oklahoma, the great state of Oklahoma, with my boy Rafael. And today we're going to work transitioning from the side control to the back. What do I mean by that? A lot of situations happen during the fights when you pass someone's guard and the only defense they have is to turn it back into you. Okay? We have a lot of techniques to doing that, and what me and Rafael are going to discuss here is our differences. Even though we have the same fundamentals and same technique in a lot of aspects, but there's always something that each one of us do different, and we are here to talk about it and to see if next Worlds he can catch someone on my stuff and I catch someone on his stuff, and let's see what's come out of it. And I hope you guys have fun.
Well, Xande, why don't you start? Let's see your #1 transition that you like to do to take the back off the guard pass.
Well, first I'm gonna show something that actually happened in a few fights, most likely in my 2006 final. I like a lot to do the stack pass, which is a very basic position, but that happens a lot. And a lot of times gives your opponent just one way out, which is turning from the running, okay? So, I'm going to hit my opponent, boom, in that position, and he already knows he can't really turn into me, okay? So, in this point, I should be ready, Rafael, to his reactions, which is coming inside or outside. Most likely we're going to work on the outside. So when I start to pass here, okay, if you pay attention, his arm and everything make him tendency to go the other way, okay? I have my hip into his hips and it's a big trouble. Now the transition happens really fast because I have to catch him before he set his defenses on the turtle or even this position. So as soon as I see this happen, naturally, I want to change my grip, okay? And I will allow him to roll. When he rolls, now I'm doing actually a double attack, okay? I'm gonna put one of my knees that you cannot see in this angle, but I will show soon, close to his shoulder, and I get one hook inside, okay? And naturally, I'm gonna attack the other one right away, okay? Once you're in this position here, I'm gonna start to connect the collar, all right? And most likely just get back into this situation here, all right? Very common defense. He's gonna double up my arms, but there's nothing he really gonna do about it, because what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna start to step my hip and get my hip outside, because I wanna go really behind him. Okay, now I can just pass the leg over to make things work. Works for him. Okay, as I mentioned in the beginning of the transition, is a double attack. Okay, because we never know if he really has this defense on the first hook. Okay, so we're here in this position, but I feel the change, boom. I have to double attack. Again, if you pay attention in this situation right now, his hand is there, but sometimes I don't really see it. So that's why now, boom, I go with my second one up. But my first one didn't go through, which is gonna have me making to do what? To do a little roll here, to take his back. And now, same movement. Scoot it over, step it up, and finish on the back, okay? So, as you could see, Rafael, a lot of times when people escape from this position, all right, most likely some people are gonna put the hand here, or some people are just gonna roll. That's why it's important to throw a double attack into it, because maybe gonna be my single hook, maybe gonna go my far hook, but I have to be ready to capitalize each situation gonna happen first, okay? So, let's do this in another angle so they can see how my knee behaved in the first one. So I get him here in the stack, boom, roll out. Oh. See, my knee is very close to his shoulder, okay? And I can put this hook nice and easy. And the second one, and take the back. For the second situation, it's very similar to Rafael. Lay down, please. I pass, boom, throw this hook. But pay attention, this hook cannot stay here. It has to come high, because now I have my seated position and I can roll with him. A big mistake that people do on this situation is try to roll from here. But if I roll from here, I'm gonna put him exactly on the top of my leg, and that's gonna be trouble. And then maybe I have to come back, boom, and put him on side control. What do you think, Rafael?
I know from experience that Xande's very, very good at that transition right there. His stack pass is super, super heavy, and if he doesn't get side control, 9 times out of 10, he's definitely going to be on your back, as you've seen many times. So that's awesome. My style is a little different. I like to run a lot when I pass the guard. I like to bullfight, and then I find the back and that transition and similar to the way he did it, but a little different. So why don't I show my thoughts on switching from the guard pass to the back. I'm going to start here in this sort of position, okay? And really what I'm looking for is anytime he lets go of my ankle, I'm going to be kicking around to look to pass his guard. So the second I feel that my leg is free, I'm going to step my right leg. Well, first I'm going to step my left leg here to give me some balance. Use my hand on his chest, and I'm going to kick my right leg back and cross his leg over at the same time. Now I'm going to bring my foot right back to his hip so I can put a lot of pressure against the side of his leg, okay? Now there's 2 ways. He could turn into me or he could turn away. A lot of times they turn away, so we'll talk about that first. When he feels this pressure on his hip, he's starting to turn away. So I'm going to do a very similar thing that Xande just did with you guys on getting that near side hook in, and I'm going to kind of ride him with my shin. So as he turns, I'm just going to follow and slide my bottom hook in and then bring him back and land right here. And I like to stay on my elbow instead of falling to my shoulder and giving them this arm to defend. So I want to stay on my elbow, keep my hand right next to his neck, so right away when I feed, I'm already going to be in good position to finish this choke, okay? Now I can start to bring my other leg over. From here, the transition I like to use the most is where I take my bottom hook out and I start to bring my leg back. And from here, I slide my knee behind his head, pull him to me. See how this leg is free? Now I can do very similar like what Xande just showed you. Get this nice angle for the choke. So this one again, I'm inside, boom, got my good position. As soon as I feel him let go, kick my leg back, boom. You see how I'm right next to his hip, okay? A lot of pressure here, my elbow's low. So as he turns, naturally this is gonna be my underarm. This is gonna be my overarm. I'm gonna follow as he goes to his knees. As soon as his hip comes up, my bottom hook is in. Boom, stay on my elbow, feed, switch my feet. You see I take that one out, bring my other one over. So I'm up, slide my knee behind his head. And it's very important you don't let your elbow be too high here. Exactly, he's gonna pull that out. So keep your elbow low, shoulder shrugged. Right behind his neck, bring him back, look to hook the arm, finish right here. The other side, if he turns into me really hard, so I'm here, I go. If he turns into me really hard, you kind of fall in this spot, okay? But his back is still exposed. So I'm not gonna try to fight him here. I'm gonna go to the weak side. So I'm gonna bring my knee around his head and drop my elbow in front of his belly and kick my leg out. Now, you see how I fall and I kind of get myself real low so my chest is behind his back. Right away, I'll start to feed again, and most likely he's gonna turn now the other way. Follow, bottom hook in, stay on my elbow. Once again, switch my legs, knee behind the head, elbow low, shoulder shrugged. Bring him over. Sometimes they'll hold your arm here. I like to use my heel. Kick his arm off. Once again, I have the choke. That side one more time. So here, he lets go. Boom, he turns into me hard. I'm not gonna fight here. I'm just gonna transition to the other side. 1, 2. Nice and low. Get behind him, chest to back. Feed this collar at the same time. Okay, get right away, hands around his neck. So as soon as he turns, I'm not only gonna have his back, but you're also gonna have the choke. Stay on my elbow. I'm gonna take this leg over, bring my bottom leg out. Knee behind the head. Up. Fight the hand. Boom, there's my finish. What do you think of that one, Xande?
Well, I think the difference between mine is yours, and mine is more of a scrambling transition. Most likely you're gonna have to really work both hooks and have a split second to decide if you're gonna go for the first or for the second. One thing that I really like about the first variation you're showing me, lay down please, let me try, my heel back take position, is when you're here, boom, you let it go that, you're passing here, boom, and as I turn, you really push that knee into the back to make the guy sprawling, because now it's gonna make it very difficult for you to bring the leg. That's gonna give me time to transition to this one here. Boom. So you like to stay with your elbow here, eh?
Yeah. With my long arms, if I get on my shoulder, a lot of guys are good on that 2-on-1 defense, so I like to stay on my elbow.
And then we're gonna go for my favorite one. Go there again. Ooh.
Mount. Ooh.
Yeah.
When Xande's mounted on you, it sucks.
Okay, don't tell everybody that. But I like it. Definitely can put this in my arm. So I like the way too. It's quite different too. You almost make the guy sprawl and make you feel very painful here. Like once you're in this position, let me put the hook in. Boom, boom. Once you're here, you kind of like put this down and push with your chest and my back on the ground.
Yeah, and most of the time when this hook's down, they want to move naturally over it.
Yeah,
and then so it makes this transition really nice. Yes,
Yeah.
knee behind the head, and then boom, get the right there, money shot.
Yeah, that's very technical. I like that. It's definitely something I should be working on. Too bad that I don't know how to run too much, you know. But
Well, you're
it's all
smashing
game.
second to none, so that's fine.
Yeah. But I like the way you made it yours into a running to a smashing, painful position. You know, I think that's what's going to make a lot of difference on that position. And I remember you did something similar without the gi. You taught him that position, I call it out. You did on that guy, I know he was. That was pretty interesting. You know, and for you guys that's watching us, it's very nice that Rafael has a different body type as mine. He has different concepts, and I have different concepts than him. But that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu. We can get one position, and if we stay here another 5 minutes talking about what could we do, and we'll have an encyclopedia here of taking it back just off the side control. And you know, I don't think that's right or wrong. I think that what happened is what's more useful for me and him. And Rafael has proven that his stuff works. I have proven that my stuff works, and I think a lot of training, a lot of repetition of those positions is going to make us more accuracy in our positions, and definitely for this couple of years to come, you know, you guys better be ready. Right,
Thanks, Xande. Thanks everyone for checking it out. All right, very important transition, going from the guard pass to taking the back. Hope you guys enjoyed our perspectives, our thoughts on some of the ways to do that, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.